Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another game review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Ready or Not, and since this game doesn't have any story, I'm gonna talk about gameplay and game performances and all that. So in case you're interested in my opinions and thoughts about this game right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, Ready or Not is a realistic first-person tactical shooter that was released at the end of 2021. It was developed by Void Interactive, it was developed in Unreal Engine 4, and this is basically SWAT 5 guys. If you ever played SWAT 4, then you know what I'm talking about. SWAT 4 is a game that was released in 2005 and I used to play it as a kid a lot. And I fucking love that game. I still love it to today's day. I actually even replayed it recently before Ready or Not came out last year, and it's still awesome to today's day. Now, they took everything from SWAT 4 and just improved it in Ready or Not. Ready or Not, of course, works on a new engine, which means new graphics, new features, new game mechanics. Everything from SWAT 4 was taken in Ready or Not and just improved much more. So Ready or Not can be played in single player with 4 AI players, or you can play it in co-op with 4 other friends. So max amount of people that can be in one game is 5 right now, just like in SWAT 4. And honestly that's enough because it represents the realistic SWAT team. So you play in a role of a SWAT officer and there is no story or whatever. When you boot up the game, you're gonna be in this lobby, and from that lobby you can do many different things. You can customize your loadout, your look, your weapons, you can select missions. So the game is in early access right now, it's not been fully released. The things got complicated when a game lost its publisher because of a school shooting level that devs planned on making in this game, and I don't know what's gonna happen with the game, but the devs are definitely not giving up on it. They're still working on the game. They even recently released a patch for this game that brought new guns, new maps, new features, and there is a lot of stuff that's been improved in this recent patch. I didn't play it, I seen it on YouTube, but I didn't play it. But yeah, devs are definitely working hard on this game. And honestly guys, I've been waiting for this game for a few years, since I've seen like the prototype of this game, and since it's been announced, I've been waiting for it. And honestly, I don't regret it, because this game is so freaking awesome. It's so freaking good. This game is so much fun guys. Like I said, the game is in early access, so when you get into this lobby at the beginning, when you boot up the game, you're gonna have this table, and on that table you can select through a few different maps, and each of these maps have a few different scenarios you can play. For example, you have barricaded suspect, which is the most basic scenario. Then you have a bomb threat, which is similar to barricaded suspects, just there is a bomb and you have 5 minutes to locate 2 bombs and disable them, otherwise you fail the mission. Then you have active shooter, which is honestly, in my opinion, the hardest scenario. There is no freaking way to complete that with a good rating. The point of this entire game is to complete the mission with the highest rating as possible, and to achieve that you have to be really tactical, really smart. If you're playing with other players, teamwork and communication are essential in scoring the highest rating possible on the mission. So to get an A+, which is the highest rating you can get on the mission in this game, you have to play everything perfectly. You can't even get shot. If you get shot and injured, that's gonna get you the negative points in the game. If you kill a civilian, that's also gonna get you negative points. If you accidentally shoot a suspect that surrendered, you're gonna get negative points for using unauthorized deadly force. If you tase or even punch a suspect that surrendered, you're gonna get negative points for using unauthorized force. So you can't really do whatever you want in this game. You really have to act like a real police officer would in this situation. So you really have to think your every move. When you're approaching the door, you have to use this mirror gun to peek under the door to check is there any traps. If you trigger any traps, you can get killed, or if it's a flashbang, then you're gonna get a negative points for triggering that trap. So there are traps behind the door. There's so many things going on in this game. AI is so smart and advanced. Sometimes you're gonna breach the room with a C2 or flashbang or whatever. You're gonna breach the room and you're gonna yell at the people inside the room and suspects will start dropping their weapons. Sometimes they'll surrender, sometimes they'll not, and sometimes they'll even surrender and start dropping the gun on the ground, or even drop it down completely and then quickly pull out another gun out of their pants and start shooting at you. So AI is just like real people. It's so unpredictable. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's behind the next door. You really have to communicate with your teammates and plan on what you're gonna do. Sometimes you can't go through the certain door because there is a trap on them and it's not really a good situation to peek them and disarm that trap, so you have to find another way in or go around the room or something. There is so many things to think about and to plan on, and this is one of those games where few bullets is gonna drop your suspects dead. And the same applies to you. If the suspect is carrying a shotgun, even if you have a fully armored suit on you, one bullet to your head or a visor on your helmet is gonna drop you dead. So few bullets is gonna kill you instantly. You really have to be careful. I really love the realism in this game, and the gun sounds are perfectly realistic. I also really love the details in this game, like HUD is so minimized. There is only few things you can see on the HUD, just like in SWAT 4 in the bottom left corner you have the icon of your character drawn, so if you get shot it's gonna be marked red, like the body part that you got shot at. Then there is like icons for turning on your flashlight off and on and stuff like that. So HUD is extremely minimized, just basic stuff. There is no like arrows or pointers or something that tells you how much ammunition you have in your rifle. To check that, you actually have to hold R, and then your character will draw the magazine out of the weapon, and the icon is gonna be drawn how much magazines and how much ammo in the current magazine you have. So if you shoot your weapon and not empty the whole magazine, your character is not gonna throw it away. He's gonna put it back on his vest and put the new mag in the weapon, which is very realistic and very cool. But if you empty the entire magazine, your guy is gonna drop the magazine on the ground and then put a fresh magazine in. If some of your teammates are using the same weapon as you, you can even double tap R and then drop the magazine on the ground for them to pick them up if they ran out of ammo, which is very rarely to happen. I mean, again, it depends by your playstyle and approach. You can totally play lethally, kill every single suspect you see on the scene, or you can even bring the pepper gun or a taser or a less lethal shotgun that uses rubber slugs to disable your suspects and arrest them. I personally love to play non-lethally. I carry taser on me, or in combination with assault rifle, shotgun, or submachine gun or something, you know. And I really love to use those stinger grenades, which are basically rubber grenades or flashbangs. And I arrest all of my suspects mostly. I almost never kill them. I mean, depends by the situation, because you never know what's gonna happen, but I always try. That's what I wanted to say. I always try not to kill any suspects or people unless I absolutely have to, unless civilian or me or some of my teammates is threatened. So this game is so much fucking fun, guys, especially if you play it in co-op with your friends. Game is not working perfectly right now. It's in early access. There is definitely some optimization issues and some bugs, but I don't know. Honestly, I didn't try out this new patch, so I don't know, did they fix some of these things? They probably did. I believe they did, because patch is pretty big. I've seen a lot of improvements in this latest patch, and yeah, there is just so much stuff and content in this game, and the game is not even out yet. Ready or Not is so awesome. Like I mentioned earlier, you can customize your loadout in the lobby. That's where you can customize your equipment, like do you want to carry the light armor or heavy armor? Do you want to carry night vision or ballistic helmet like a face mask? Do you want to carry rubber grenades or flashbangs? Do you want to take the mirror gun or riot shield? Do you wanna take the battering ram or some other tool? You know, you can customize everything. You can select from a variety of different assault rifles, shotguns, submachine guns, and then you can also customize the same thing for your AI teammates. So you can select which weapon are they gonna bring with them in the action. You can customize their loadout separately for each of them. And that's the same thing that was present in SWAT 4, just they in-depthened it much more in Ready or Not. They expanded it so much, and you can even customize your character, like personalization. You can buy this DLC, which is like HRT pack, which is a skin for hostage rescue team. So it's a military outfit basically, and it looks cool. You can also customize each of your weapons. So when you start the game for the first time, your weapons are gonna be naked, and that's a bit of a negative side. You have to customize each weapon separately. It would be cool if there was like a little my menu where you can just select the guns from it easier and then put the attachments on them. For now, you have to take every gun separately and put it on the table, and then select the attachments, whether you would like to have a holographic sight or a red dot sight. Do you want angle grip? Do you want the vertical grip? Or do you want maybe a suppressor? You can customize so many things on your weapons. Do you want to have a laser or ER laser that's visible only on the night vision goggles? Do you want to have a flashlight maybe instead? You can customize all of these things. In the lobby you can also find a shooting range where you can go and try out your weapon with the attachments, where you can practice the recoil control and all that. It's super realistic. Gun sounds are, whoa man, they are so realistic. It's so cool. The ambience that plays on the missions is also really cool. It's also a thing that was in SWAT 4. When something happens, like when you shoot a suspect, the music goes wild and more like action style, and then it calms down when you're walking slowly around, peeking the corners. You know, the atmosphere is on the point. You really feel like a real SWAT officer. There is even a shoot house in the lobby that you can go to, and even with your teammates, because when you're in the lobby, that's where you like meet up with your friends, with the actual players, and you can go together on a gun range and practice, or you can go together on a shoot house and practice. It's really fun, and it's really nice. I really love the features like slowly peeking the door. Like, door is sometimes going to be locked and then you unlock it or just kick it. You can totally choose the approach. You want to go in loud, or you want to go in stealthily, lock pick it and then slowly peek the door, then just push it while you walk through it. It's literally just like Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's the same mechanic. You can slowly peek the doors. It's so much fun, man. This game has so many tactical, realistic and cool features. I could talk about it for days, really. It's a really fun game, and if you're into like mil sim games and tactical shooters, Ready or Not is a must check out. I can't wait to actually see this game fully released. I really want to know how this game is gonna look like and what it's gonna be once it's fully released and out of early access. But honestly, for the early access, this game already has a ton of fun content, and it's fun as fuck, and best is yet to come. That's what I think. So devs are really working hard. They're putting all of their efforts. I hope they find a publisher for the game or publish it themselves. This is just something really cool, and I waited for this game for a long time, man, and I'm so happy that I have a chance to play it. It's really fun and good quality, realistic first-person tactical shooter. Alright, for the end, as usual, let's talk about graphics and optimization of Ready or Not. So just like I mentioned, game is in early access, and sometimes you're gonna experience some frame drops, sometimes you're gonna experience game crashes, sometimes you're gonna experience some visual or sound bugs, but none of this occurs too often, so it's okay. Most of the time game works completely fine in 60 plus FPS on all ultra maxed out settings for me, 1080p resolution. And my PC specs are next. My CPU is Ryzen 7 3700X 3.60 GHz octa-core processor. My GPU is RX 5600 XT 6 GB GDDR6, and my RAM memory is HyperX Fury 16 GB DDR4. So those are my PC specs, and I can run this game, like I said, on all ultra maxed out settings, 1080p in 60 plus FPS. But sometimes, like I also said, you're gonna experience these negative sides of the optimization. But for a game in early access, I think that's fair. And honestly, there is barely any games that are in early access and that don't have bugs or whatever, so it's a reasonable thing. But I'm definitely sure devs are gonna fix that in the future. Otherwise, game looks beautiful. It runs on Unreal Engine 4, and it's really beautiful. Like the details, the graphics, like it looks so cool. The lighting in this game, wow man, the lighting in this game is very well done. So it's really enjoyable to move around and watch all the lights, and you know, the shadows and everything looks so real, and it's so cool. Honestly, it's a beautiful looking game. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I said everything I wanted about this game now. So if you enjoyed this game review, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to, guys. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally okay. You can also join my Chris Facebook group. Link is down below in the description. I post all kind of stuff over there, so check it out if you want to, guys. Again, if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's okay. And I love you. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You're amazing, guys, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.